Hey. So look, I had to come to y'all super quick. I just want to hurry up and get this intro in. What's up, it's your boy Nas? Can't even get it right. What's up, it's your boy One Shot Nas back again in the video. I don't post a lot of videos, but I got to post today. Like, bro, I am a huge Blackmagic fan. I have been really investing in Sony. I've been looking to get a B cam for my 6K Pro, but I think that just been blown out the water. Bro, Blackmagic has just posted a new, what we asked for, box camera. The PYXIS 6K. And it's weird. It's a weird name. Who cares? But it's a $3,000 camera for us cinema guys who are looking to ball on the budget and shoot at an A or a B cam. Like, I was really looking for a B cam, but now this is a cam. Like, this is going to be my A cam. This is going to be something I'm super using all the time. This is going to be my running gun camera. Like, I love the Fx30. I love Sony. But I'm going to have to take that relationship back. Like, I just invested in you guys for one camera. I'm using it right now, the Fx30, to look at myself. But, bro, for my cinematography, like, I have a couple of videos I'm going to put out so you guys can see what I've been doing recently. I've been using the 6K Pro a lot more. I was having some problems with it, but, man, it's been working so great. Like, Blackmagic is just so inspiring. But this has inspired me to do so much more. Like, the PYXIS 6K, it's a 6K camera, bro. This is crazy. Like, hold on. Oh, bro, I had to get my phone. Like, I look like shit right now. Like, don't talk about me too much. I look like crap. But, like, I had to get my phone out and explain to you guys, like, how important this is to us filmmakers who love Blackmagic. Like, oh, my God, it's a full frame. First of all, I've never had a full frame camera, like, ever. I don't buy full frame glass. I was going to buy the FX3. But what's the reason to buy the FX3 when I have an FX30? You know, I was always like, oh, yeah, well, you just bring more lights because I do cinematography. Like, I'm in a, you know, if I do videography stuff, let's just buy the C-Ray lenses for at 1.2 f-stop or whatever. But no, this is a full frame camera now. I'm about to get a full frame camera. I'm not like, bro, I'm going to get this camera. Like, my mentor, Marcus Films, like, immediately texted me. He was like, bro, the new box style. Like, bro, this is crazy. Like, this is super crazy. Like, I'm finna scream. It's so crazy right now. Like, bro, look at this. I'm going to put it on the screen, but it's the world's most riggable full-frame digital film camera by Blackmagic. So it's a lot of caveats to this camera, but I'm going to show you some of the pros of the camera right now. I can just go off the top of my head for the pros. The pros is a box-style camera. It has a lot of mounting points on it, so you can kind of rig it up how you want to. It's a full-frame camera, so that means better low light, better depth of field. Some of the cameras' lenses can go in autofocus, and it's different mounts for the camera. So you got PL, L, and EF. I'm going to go for the L mount because I have a lot of EF lenses, but I could just buy the EF to PL to L adapter because the L adapter is easy to do for PL, which is a good future thing, right? So that's kind of some of the pros for it. It does B-RAW. Hold on, I gotta keep going. It's a large format sensor. It's like the craziest thing. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna get a full frame camera. It's like, bro, chill. Bro, one of the best things, it really has the same internal things as the 6K full frame, but I don't have the 6K full frame and I really didn't care. But I've been looking recently for a camera that is open gate. And now that I can have this camera that is open gate at 63 frames a second, even though 63 frames a second is not cool, you know, it's not the best, you know, it's not 60p. But who cares? Like, you can do your client work at open gate without buying a Lumix camera and they look at you like, oh, well, that's a little bitty camera. Like, bro, who cares? I can literally shoot in open gate now. Like, oh my God, I'm blown away about that. So I'm gonna get that immediately. I don't know when the camera's gonna drop, but I'm gonna save my money right now. I'm not getting pushed on back order. I'm gonna be one of the first people to order this damn camera. I hate people that buy 7 of them. Like, bro, please don't buy 7 of them. Let one of us have the camera. But it's a full frame flexibility. It's a 3.2 full sensor readout, whatever. I don't know, bro. You can even use the classic Super 35 sense window sensor or whatever. There's 3 models, L, EF, PL. We know that. This dynamic range is kind of the same, which I kind of want it to be a little bit more. That's like pro and a con for me. I really want it to have like 14, 15 stops of dynamic range. I don't know why they're all at 13 stops of dynamic. I don't know, airplane. I had to come outside because my daughter's in there watching Akili and me, and my wife's at work. I had to like hurry, like come outside, like dude, like dude, this is a fire, this is a fire. So look, it shoots high dynamic range at 13 stops. It has dual native ISO again at 3200 and 400. First is 400, second is 3200, which is very normal. We all know that. For your pocket guys, for guys who are not pocket users, that's very normal. We've been had that. So it's not really good in low light. People was talking about the graininess of the full frame one, saying it's full frame, it should have better low light. I really don't care too much. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. So next one. The next one is the multiple resolutions, which is a pro to me. It's still a pro. We're all on pros right now. The pro is it does 4K DCI, it does 6K, it does 24 megapixel sensor, and it's a full frame sensor. It does 60p at 6K, it does 50p, I think in 6K as well. It does do Super 35. It does shoot 120 frames a second. It shoots up to 100 frames a second. Not 120 frames. Oh, no. Cap. You can shoot 120 frames a second in 1080p, which is cool for me. I don't really shoot 120 frames a second. Who does? Not me. The next one, which is I don't consider a pro nor con, but a lot of people consider this a con. The LCD screen is a large 4-inch LCD screen. It's a large 4-inch LCD screen that is mounted to the side of the camera, which is, to me, is not a bad thing because cinema cameras have, side mount stuff. Like you see a lot of cameras that have side mounts, like the Venice cameras. The Rickamoto had a mount on top of it. It's very small. So at least this one's 4 inches. You can still see at the end of the day. It might not be best for running on use. But then we get into the I/O ports. Oh my God! Plus it's touch screen, so it's cool. The I/O ports. You have a. Let me get to it. Damn, come on. Where's that? But yeah, you have a USB-C viewfinder, which I think anybody's gonna really use. You have the headphone out 3.5 millimeter jack, which this is the problem I have with the FX6. It does not have a 3.5 millimeter jack for in the audio. You also do not have HDMI anymore. You have the SDI port. You have the 12-volt DC power, the 1G Ether cord, and RFTC timecode in for syncing. So that means we might get this Netflix approved. Hope to God we do. And you have a analog audio, CF Express cards, dual F Express cards, and a USB-C storage unit. So you can't put SSDs on this camera to shoot SSD if you can't afford a CF Express card. God damn. You can do all that, which is super good. It's super professional I/O to me. You do have one XLR port, which to me is a very weird place. It's in the front of the camera, but as long as it has a mini XLR port, I'm cool with that. I thought it didn't have any XLR ports and just a 3.5 millimeter jack. That would have been a con for me. I wouldn't have wanted it, but at least it has an XLR port and 3.5 millimeter jack. So at least you can do road goes and an on-camera mic at the same time, which is completely awesome. The same thing as the 6K Pros and all those. I wish it would have had two, but I already have the perfect B cam to the damn camera. So shout out to me for already having the 6K Pro. I'm so high. So it sends something with your phone data. I'm not going to get into all that. You can watch somebody else's stuff for that. I'm going to get into more of the usability part and like the awesomeness of the drop. So that's what I'm going to get into. It's something about, like DaVinci and all that. I don't care about that right now. Gen 5 science. It does have the Gen 5 color science, which all the upgrade cameras have, to be honest. So that's not really new. Since I'm all in the pros. Oh, a pro. This is a great pro. Great multicam shoots for perfect sync. Most people know Blackmagic cameras are really great with being synced in for live stream anyways. But because you have this, now you really don't need to rig it out to have a live stream shoot go crazy. You can just kind of plug it in, which people do all the time. But who wants to put the Pocket 6K Pro or Pockets on live streaming, which I see people do all the time. But it's like a really wonky camera to do that. So at least you have this one. It reminds me of having the Micro 4G, whatever the damn camera's called. It's wireless Bluetooth, which is a good pro. This is a great pro too. It reminds me of the FX6 and the Canon C70. The Canon C70 FX6 have it to where you could put Sony or Canon batteries in the back of the camera instead of having to put a V mount. Now, no one has this camera in its hand yet, so we have to sit and kind of wait and see how long this battery life is going to be. So the battery life is going to be a little different on that. I had to wait with my neighbor. Hold on. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the battery life's gonna be. Hopefully it's not sucking. But the FX6 and the C70 do really good with those batteries in the back. So let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm probably just gonna V-mount it out anyways because it's a box camera. Like, why not V-mount it? It does have 12 pin the 2-pin 12 volt V-mount thing you can put in whatever, however you want to call it. Okay, so now the cons. The cons. Well, one more pro. It's a box camera. You can put it on a gimbal. You can't see out of it. You got to put a monitor on the side, but you can use the ring for it. Like, that's the craziest part. Okay, cool. So that we got all that stuff out the way. All right, now for the cons. The cons. I'm super animated right now. This is super awesome, bro. I'm finna get it. So the cons. One of the biggest major cons of this camera that just dropped is the fact that you can't do ProRes. And I really wish they would do ProRes, but to be honest, Blackmagic Raw is just super awesome. That's kind of a con for me because I would love fast turnarounds and, you know, things not having to compromise quality over file size. But to be honest, it pushes you into being a better filmmaker at the end of the day. Another con is the open gate. I know I said it was a pro, but open gate at 36 frames a second really sucks. Who wants to have no slow motion in open gate? But it is what it is. At least you get a chance to format it a certain way. At least you have it in general. So I'm not really too mad about it, but it is a con. Another con is the one mini XLR port. I like it, but I don't like the fact it only has one mini XLR port because we've just been so beautified and, you know, we've just been so grateful for having too many XLR ports on the pocket cameras now. Because I know the 4K and 6K only had, the original 4K and 6K only had one XLR port, but we have two now. So I'm kind of, you know, been used to using that. Even though I don't really use it, but I'm used to having that as a backup. So hopefully you can hear me over the airplane. That's why I got the mic in my mouth. No homo. Pause. Ayo. But anyways, so that's a con. Another con is that the side screen, it's a con and a pro. To me, it's more of a con than a pro. I wish it was a flip screen, but at the same time, it's not an Ursa camera. And it also makes the camera smaller. So that's a pro for me, but it's a con because it is on the side and you have to look over to change everything. You know, you can't, compose. We all are kind of used to having that 5-inch, 6-inch monitor in the back that's really bulky that we love using. The interface is also the same, so that's a great thing. Another thing that's a con is I'm thinking it's going to be the battery solution, probably. Like the Canon LPE battery, I think it's going to be a con eventually, but probably not. We'll see. We're just going to see. To be honest, nobody has the camera in their hands. I'm going to download some of the raw files and kind of play with it, the one that Blackmagic gives you, and see how it looks compared to the 6K Pro. We talked about file size is probably going to suck because of it's the Blackmagic Raw, but file size is probably going to suck. That's probably a con for me too. But I mean, it is what it is. You kind of just have to charge your client for that crap. Oh, I forgot a Pro. The Pro, you can use SSD, right? But it has a mounting system that you can buy to put on the side to put SSDs in. So it doesn't use a T7. I think it might use the new T9s. I don't know. Nobody has this camera, so we don't know yet. But that's something as well. Man, I really don't have any cons. Another con for this camera probably is going to be not having 12,800 ISO because this is the new FX6. Like, this is the FX6. This is the FX6, bro. Like, people are going to throw away most of these cameras to get this camera. Like, Blackmagic already has a better sensor. It already not a better sensor. No, it has a better sensor. It already has a better look. Bro, god damn. Okay, hold on. Yeah, good. So Blackmagic already has a better sensor. It has a better color science. It already looks like film, all these other things. So, like, that's, like, awesome. So people are going to throw their cameras away. I think that's going to kill the pocket line, to be honest. For me, I think it's going to kill the pocket line unless you get the original 4K at, like, a really cheap price. I also think people are going to sell their cameras immediately. I also think people are going to change into Blackmagic a little bit more. This is just going to show that Blackmagic is in the game and they're not really trying to go anywhere. So that's also an awesome thing. And I'm really here for it. I'm a Blackmagic user. I really was disappointed about a lot of things that happens with Blackmagic, but since they're making this comeback and I've been using the Blackmagic Pocket myself, the 6K Pro, a lot more, like, I'm just super antsy about it, bro. Like, I can't wait to get this camera in my hands. I was officially going to get a B cam to the Pocket 6K Pro because I have the best 6K. Like, I don't care about this full frame and all that. That's cool, you know, for the regular 6K, but I got the Pro, I got the ND filters. That's, like, to me, the best feature about the Pro. So that's, to me, going to be the best camera. Another big pro for me, a big con for me is it doesn't have dual card slots for SD cards. But when you have file size that big, I understand that you can't use them. But I would really like for them to have the dual card slots or a card slot for SD cards. But you got CF Express cards that are very expensive, but I think those are cheaper than the original CF Express card. So at the end of the day, you have an option by using the SSD in the first place. So you can buy a 3 terabyte SSD, 4 terabyte SSD, and put it on the side of the camera, edit off that bad boy, and then shoot on it. So yeah, I think it's cool. I'm still gonna use my V90 card for my Blackmagic 6K Pro, but I'm going to have an SD card hooked up to the side of that camera until I buy a CF Express card. But I think it's a really great investment. I think it's going to be a really great camera. Hopefully when people get it in their hands, we get a chance to see what it looks like. We get a chance to see all the problems it has. We'll be able to talk about it a little bit more. I might rent it out just to really touch on it and see what it's going to be like. It's a really little camera. I really appreciate how small it's going to be. It's going to be smaller than the 6K Pro when I put my Easy Rig on. That's going to be the super awesome part. But as you can see, I'm super excited. I can't wait to show you guys a little bit more and then show you some of the videos I have coming up. So stay tuned for a lot of the videos I have coming up for the 6K Pro and the lineup that I've been shooting on. Hopefully this brings Blackmagic back into the game in a full 360 because we've been looking at Sony, looking at Canon. Canon is definitely not in the game anymore. Let's see what Canon pops up with, but I don't think people are going to buy that compared to this box style, super cheap $3,000 camera. And that's the biggest pro. The biggest pro that this camera, I was expecting 4,000. I was expecting 5 at least, and I would have respected it. I would have respected it at 5,000. I would have respected it. But the fact that it's only 3,000, to be correct, 2,995. That's an immediate buy, immediate cop, immediate. This camera is cheaper than the FX3 brand new, bro. Brand new, and you get DaVinci Resolve for free. Then they got a DaVinci Resolve 19 coming out. Oh, bro, this is utterly amazing. Blackmagic, you've done it. I'm an efficient user, and I love your cameras. This is you did a great job. We're gonna see you in our studios a lot more often, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, CEO, dab me up. Autofocus, hit the autofocus. They don't want autofocus today, but dab me up. This is you got me hype, fool. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for listening, sitting, watching, understanding what's going on. Again, I can't wait for this camera to drop. I hope you guys get it. I hope you guys keep working, keep learning, and keep doing what you got to do. Have fun, create, and stay tuned for more videos because the videos are going to start dropping, especially talking about this Blackmagic jump. So wait for my Blackmagic videos. I've been making some really great content, having some really great feedback, but just kind of being in the pocket, waiting on you guys. So just stay tuned. I got you. All right. Peace. One shot, nice.